It could be a day for Arsenal fans to really smile and really see themselves do that from one ear or one smile, one ear to the other, because finally the Gabriel Jesus return date has been confirmed. Then we are going to talk about Nicholas. He's known as Nicola. He's known as Zaniolo, Nicolo. Update to Arsenal. Obviously, I want you to know the truth, as Fabrizio Romano has come out and really told us what he thinks about every story being linked to Arsenal and Zaniolo. That is the guy, 23 years of age, playing at AS Roma. We are going to let you know the latest about this. And obviously, Emile Smith Rowe, his return has been confirmed by the manager of Arsenal, meaning that Arsenal is having two huge injury busts, one of Gabriel Jesus and the other one of Emile Smith Rowe. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? Third video of the day. We started it off with Modric, Arsenal quickening talks of Modric to Emirates. Then went ahead to talk about Karim Benzema retiring from national football. We talked about Messi and Mbappe plans to stay at PSG. The owner confirming to us that he wants them to stay. And then Amrabat, Klopp has made him his priority. That is the previous video we've just done to make it two. And this one is the third video of the day. And remember, we are left with one that is going to come 2 hours from now. Let's get into this. Gabriel Jesus got injured, you know very well, in the Cameroon game where Brazil was beaten by 1-0 in Qatar. He returned. He underwent a surgery. After undergoing a surgery, Mikel Arteta, the manager of Arsenal, came in and gave us a very bad update about his injury, because he confirmed to us that he never knew the return date of this guy. The timeline of his return date was not known after he underwent a successful surgery. Now, good news is that we now know when this guy is going to return back, and Arsenal's medical team are really working hard to see to it that he returns on this date. And this story has been brought to us by Steve K. He's a football journalist who works for the Capital and Transfer X. He has told us that Arsenal medical staff are looking at February 25th, that is against Leicester away, as a possible return date for striker Gabriel Jesus. His recovery from knee surgery is going well as planned, as per Steve K. That is it. That is the best good way, because I believe there are players whose bodies react well to medicine, and they can even break the deadline of return by 2 or 3 weeks. We saw it with El Nini. We knew that El Nini was going to return on 26th of December, but he returned close to 1.5 months earlier. He even had some minutes in that Arsenal jersey before the World Cup break. That showed you that he responded well to treatment. And according to how Gabriel Jesus is responding to treatment, the medical team of Arsenal is insinuating that on the 25th of Leicester, he will be available to go on and help his team do the needful away against Leicester City at the King Power Stadium. That is on the 25th of February. It wouldn't be far away from the expected date, but Arsenal really has a lot of hardships ahead of them without this guy known as Gabriel Jesus. Now, Steve K has confirmed to us that Arsenal striker Gabriel Jesus could return in time for the Premier League fixture against Leicester on the 25th if everything goes well. The surgery went well, and early sign are indicating healing of the injury is ahead of schedule. So this is what I've told you, that the healing of Gabriel Jesus is ahead of schedule, because most of people thought that he would return in the first week or second week of March, but the way he's healing, and he has started his recovery process at London Colney, and I believe that in a week he goes there like 2 or 3 days to see to it that his knee really gets well and better, because it is really a very, very delicate position of a player, all part of a player's body, to see to it that it gets injured. And for Gabriel Jesus, it's one of those that you wouldn't like to see him get injured in here. But it's very good for him to undergo surgery, because if at all he forced out to go on and play with this knee, it would have gotten worse. I've seen very many players, especially in my country, suffer from cancer and losing their legs because of forcing any injury. Secondly, even what led him to reach this level was he never wanted to miss out on the World Cup, because he had this knee problem prior to the World Cup. He had it, but he went ahead to go on and play, to see to it that he really tries to maintain it, but obviously it never really helped out at any moment, and the guy got out. But it's good he got a surgery and is going to return in the nick of time. Now, because we are what we call the Rokani Media Football, I would like to go on and really show you the number of matches that this guy is going to miss, and we are going to go on and draw a picture of how Arsenal is going to be without this guy, and can they really get wins that are really expectant without this guy. All right, let me throw you to the board of the fixture board of Arsenal to see to it that we discuss the games that this guy is going to be away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That means for 10 fixtures, Arsenal are not going to be having Gabriel Jesus. The first fixture, 26th, that is next Monday, Arsenal is going to be playing West Ham at home. They'll go away at Brighton. They'll play Newcastle, Oxford, Tottenham, Manchester United, Everton, Brentford, Man City, Aston Villa. Very huge fixtures, but I believe Arsenal are really going to go on huge into the transfer market to bring in players that are really going to help Arsenal do the needful and not even miss out the presence of Gabriel Jesus. But they can land in a striker, I believe in those 10 games, Arsenal can go on and really continue to play these games very well without Gabriel Jesus. But I'm telling you, Arsenal fans, that it's better he gets an injury before match, because Sir Alex Ferguson has always told us that if at all you can make a very huge run of winning almost all your games from March until May, you are in a better position of winning the trophy, and that is the Premier League, and that is the gimmick around everything. Now, if Gabriel Jesus gets all this rest, December, January and February, that means this guy is going to return when he's freshened up, geared to go, and obviously hit those goals in. And it's going to be an added advantage for Arsenal to go on and bring in a player in January that is really world class or top class. I believe the player that Arsenal is going to bring in is going to be top class, because they can't afford losing the Premier League to a team like Man City. Why? If Arsenal finish second, they might miss out on like a prize, like a fee prize of like £50 million. Then, if they don't qualify for the Champions League because of these games that they've played without Gabriel Jesus, they'll miss out on another £50 million, meaning that if you don't sign in a player to come in and fit into the boots of Gabriel Jesus, do you know what that will mean? It will simply mean that you are going to miss out on close to £100 million. That is next season. And can the Kroenkes allow that? They can't allow it. Reason being, they are being monitored by the FIFA committee that is responsible for the financial fair play. You get? Meaning that they need to try to make in more money coming in from the game of football to see to it that they don't fall victims. You know, Chelsea fell a victim and they are banned from signing players for 1 year. The same applies to Atletico Madrid. PSG fell victims. So I don't believe that they would love to miss out on all of that money, and obviously missing out on the precious chance to win the Premier League ever since Arsene Wenger really left the club of Arsenal. This is the most clear route that Arsenal has taken to go on and win the Premier League, because they're having two games. They're having two games to play against Man City. The first one is going to be played on the 15th of February. And I think the other one is going to be played in March. Is it 20th March? I think. So in a space of like 1 month, Arsenal has a chance to extend its lead ahead of Man City by even 8 points or 10. If at all they can go in and really beat Man City twice, they can really go ahead and really find themselves in the lead of Man City, and obviously being comfortably seated on top of the Premier League table. Now, let's leave that at that. Let's get into a story of a man known as Zaniolo. He's known as Nicolo. 23 years of age, he plays for AS Roma, Italian, good player with the left foot. He plays well onto the right attacking side of the midfield. There have been stories coming in through and indicating that Arsenal is really going in for this player, and their negotiations amidst the two parties. But the transfer guru has come out and said no, he has rubbished everything with a lot of evidence. This is what he had to say about Zaniolo. He said, "I'm aware there has been some speculation about Zaniolo again, and it's a slightly surprising story. as there are no negotiations between Arsenal and Zaniolo as of now. He has never been close to the Premier League. That is Fabrizio Romano to go on and really say this. So rubbish all those rumors coming out linking a player called Zaniolo to a team known as Arsenal. Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead to put that under the belt or below the belt. Before even that, guess what he did? He was backed with evidence from the agent of Nicolo Zaniolo on the recent rumors of linking his client to Arsenal and very many other Premier League teams. He said, the club know that we are ready to sit down and negotiate a contract extension. I repeat that the rapport with Tiago Pinto, the director of AS Roma, is excellent, and Zaniolo is happy in Rome and with the fans. When you look at Zaniolo, I'm just tracking here the transfer market of Zaniolo because I really want to know his contract situation, how it is looking here. All right, his contract expires in 2024, that is June, meaning that when they hit the summer, he'll be left with 1 year on his contract, and now it will be in the hands of the player and the agent to see to it that they agree a deal with AS Roma. But I believe it's going to be so much tempting for the player in the summer to see to it that he crosses from AS Roma to Arsenal. Reason being, if at all Arsenal coming through and tell him, please, we want to take you, I think they will have to get him on a cheap, because Arsenal have always looked for a player playing onto the right, attacking side of the midfield, but they failed to get a player to come in and compete with Bukayo Saka always. So I believe the contract situation is the reason as to why such stories have risen to link this player to Arsenal, because we've known that Arsenal have been looking for a player like him for a very long time, because they are looking in for Gerard Bowen, Leroy Sen, Moussa Diaby. There is another player in the names of Pedro Neto. There is Zagrova. Which other player, left-footed, that Arsenal has been linked to? There is another one that I've forgotten. What is the name of that guy? I've forgotten him, but Arsenal have been linked to very many players that are really left-footed, that play in the right attacking side of the midfield to come in and do the needful. But after that, Fabrizio Romano had to let us know that Tottenham links were there in the past because of Fabio Paratici, who has always been following Zaniolo since the beginning of his career, but nothing more concrete than that. So Tottenham Hotspur, we are really trying to follow up this guy to see to it that he signs for them. But for Arsenal, it's not possible as for now. But I believe in the summer, there is going to be a lot of links, a lot of stories linking this player to Arsenal and very many other teams that are interested into right attacking midfielders with left foot, because he's really exciting. I've watched him a little bit when AS Roma is playing sometimes. He's really exciting. He has not yet elevated his level to his game level to scoring very many goals. That's it, because nowadays wide forwards are known that they even win the boot or the golden boots of their leagues. Look at the World Cup recently. The winner of the golden boot is Kylian Mbappe, and scored most of the goals while playing wide as a left attacking midfielder. Look at Lionel Messi, playing centrally but not as a centre forward. He scored 7 and Kylian Mbappe scored 8. So it shows you that game of football is going to hate to change. Even Ronaldo, the many goals has scored them as a wide forward for Manchester United and Real Madrid. So I believe it's really a very huge story for Arsenal that many fans of Arsenal would like to go on and really know about. I even had someone here, let me see, what was his name, asking me about Zaniolo. Let me check his name here and really give him a shout out, because he asked me this story. He's known as Okunduyo Fadil Issa. So Okunduyo Fadil Issa, I've answered your question. Zaniolo to Arsenal has been rubbished by Fabrizio Romano, but I believe the reason as to why he's being linked to Arsenal, it's because of two constant factors. His contract is running down. He's left with 1.5 years on his contract. When he hits the summer, it's going to be 1 year left on his contract. Yes. Then Arsenal have constantly looked for that player who plays in that Bukayo Saka situation or position that will come in through and do the needful. So that's what I had for you as far as Nicolo Zaniolo is concerned. Let's go to Emile Smith Rowe. Emile Smith Rowe is a player who underwent surgery, I think, around October, and we are told he's going to return in December. And obviously, the manager of Arsenal, Mikel Arteta, has confirmed to us the return of Emily Smith-Rowe and is going to return to training this week, obviously. And Arteta on Smith-Rowe has said Emily Smith-Rowe hasn't been able to train in the last few days, but hopefully he can start to train this week. He's been out for a while now. He needs some time to get back to speed. We really need him, and we are going to welcome him with both arms. Obviously, if there is a team that needs Emily Smith-Rowe back, Arsenal needs him. In the situation where you're going to miss Gabriel Jesus for the next 10 games that are really crucial for your season, you need Emily Smith-Rowe back. Someone will tell me, Rokani, we are going to bring in a centre forward who's going to come and bang in goals. Let me ask you, there is no guarantee for any player hitting the ground running as soon as he joins a club. And the percentage of every player signed by Evagudi is to hit the ground running is at like 30%. 70%, they don't hit the ground running immediately, though they really go ahead and pick up with the momentum in like the middle of the season, or like when they played like 20-30 games. So that needs Arsenal to welcome back Emily Smith-Rowe, because Emily Smith-Rowe is tailor-made for the Premier League. He's proven in this league. He has gone ahead to score very many goals. He has humiliated very many teams, especially big teams and small teams together. If he can come up and give Arsenal close to 10 or 15 goals, because I know he can, he's one of the best clinical players that Arsenal are having. To me, I believe he's even more clinical than Bukayo Saka. Look at their record, the number of games they've been playing. I believe Smith-Rowe is more clinical and he's a threat to goal than any of those players. Because for him, when he reaches into a shooting position, he doesn't take any chance. Unless otherwise, he's in a very hard position for him to go on and really score. And he is really a natural when it comes to playing this game of football, and he's a direct player. I've seen very many games of Arsenal struggling because they're lacking a player who is direct like Emily Smith-Rowe, because Emily Smith-Rowe makes a decision, and whenever he's direct, he doesn't go wide. He just keeps on narrowing the field of play, or he runs diagonally. Check him out. Every time he's making those runs, he makes diagonal runs, cutting inside the half spaces, and obviously he cuts outside, or he does a cut back, and obviously goes for a curler or a shot or an assist. They need such a player. This is why the return of Emily Smith-Rowe is so much important for the Arsenal chances to go on and really win these games, because even if Gabriel Jesus is going to be away, you'll be having a variety of players to come in and score you goals. Saka, Bukayo, in those 10 games, they can come out and really get you like 5 goals, of which they'll be helpful. There is Odegaard, who has shown us that he is going to score very many goals this season. He scored 4 last season with some 4 assists. This time around, he has scored 6, and he has like 3 assists on his name, almost hitting 10 goal involvements before even we've hit the half of the Premier League games played. Then we are having Martinelli, showing you that he's improving his game. He's having close to 6 goals. Then you are having Granit Xhaka scoring like 3 goals this season and showing that he's going to go on and really be important to the Arsenal season. Now, if in those 10 games Arsenal can collect close to 20 goals on average, then they are going to be a team that is going to go on and really win most of those games, and they won't lose any, because these players will be hitting in goals left, right, and center, and that's what you would love to have in your team. So guys, thank you very much for watching in through. Tell me what your thoughts are on Gabriel Jesus' return date being confirmed. Then Emily Smith-Rowe returns also. Nicolo Zaniolo to Arsenal being rubbished by Fabrizio Romano, and his agent has come out and said no to that story. So guys, thank you very much for watching in through. Rokani David is my name. This is Rokani Media Football. This is the story that we brought you now, but remember, we are coming back with another story. May the Lord bless you abundantly. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. How do you subscribe? Lower right bottom corner, smash the black button that had the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified every time we upload a video onto this channel, because we want to hit 9,000 subscribers before the end of this year, as we agreed together, and I cannot make it without you guys. You are the reason as to why I am what I am and what this channel is, because of you guys. Don't forget to smash the like button close to 200 times, because the more you smash the like button, the more this story goes viral. And when it goes viral, our message is portrayed, and I'm just excited about your comments. Especially there is one of the dailies, the constants that is really over in this channel. I want to give a shout to her. She's called, is it Babirie something? Babirie, where are you? You're called she's called, I've forgotten her name. Babirie Mariam, right? Is that the name? Have I got it right? She's called Babirie Mariam, if at all are not misquoted. Thank you for always being a person close to this channel and always coming in through and really letting me know what you think. And we obviously exchange thoughts into the comment section below. So guys, thank you very much. I'm out.